go. All praises be to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kwakadash. Double honor to our elders and apostles of the great millstone. It's your servant Shemaiah, coming at you again with another lesson. This is based around obedience, the relationship between a father, a mother, and their children. You know, the sons and daughters. I want to start with Exodus. Let's start in Exodus, because what we haven't been taught in this world, especially due to Christianity, is how to respect the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's go to one commandment that's written in Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee. Simple and plain, cut and dry, right? Honor your mother and your father. Talking back to your mother and father is not honoring them. Lying to your mother and father is not honoring them. Making a fool of yourself is not honoring your mother and your father. Disrespecting them in any way, shape, or form is not honoring your mother and your father. Making them look bad out in public is not honoring your mother and father. All right? And that's to anybody's mother and father, you know. Even if your mother and father isn't righteous, or they're not, you know, the cookie cutter form of a parent, you know. Through going back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, first and foremost, to learn them, to know they exist, is going to be your success. That's what's going to bring you success. Not following the ways of this world. Okay, you got TV, you got television, you got radio, you got iPhones, you got smartphones, you got Instagram, you got all these delusions that the Lord has set before you. If you don't want to honor Him, then He said He's gonna pick your delusions. He will send you strong delusions. All the people that think they got it right, all you need is the Bible. That's it. And none shall want her mate. Any other form of education, any other form of indoctrination outside the Bible is basically useless. And if you have a mother and a father that's into the word, especially in the truth, if anything they tell you, if they are, you know, going 100% by the truth, they're not going to tell you anything wrong. I want to put an example out for myself. You know, when my father passed, I was 15, and, you know, it's not about me, but it's just to let you know I understand, you know, or I get it. You get to a certain age, you have this thing of pride. You know, can't nobody tell you what to do, right? In that instance, I went out there and I dabbled in a lot of bullshit. You know, I was homeless for 4 years, pretty much. Meaning I didn't have a place to call my own. I didn't keep a job. I'm jumping from job to job. You know? And it took me through hell. A real extreme form of hell. Knowing that we in hell already because we don't have no sovereignty. We don't have no control. You know? But I put myself through a lot of hell. Dishonoring my parents, making them look bad. You know? Until the Lord brought me to His glorious light. And that's way before I got in the truth. I can honestly say He had given me a spiritual intervention. Okay? He giving me a spiritual intervention. And it boiled back down to me honoring my mother and my father. You know? And it taught me a lot as far as how to raise children. Raise them up in a way when they are young, roughly paraphrasing, and when they get older, they won't depart from it. You know? And that's why I'm glad I wasn't really brought up in the church, even though we went to church. My mama was a God-fearing woman, and she just read the Bible every day. In the middle of the hood, she outside with her radio, her lawn chair, and she in the Bible. Any questions, she'll answer to the best of her ability based on what she read. But you got a lot of parents out here that's being funny, you know, always trying to be a friend of their children. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. All right? What's the definition? What does conquer mean? The definition for conquer is to indulge or pamper. Right? You put a diaper on your kid after you know, he reaches a certain age. You know, he in his teens and you still pampering him. You putting a diaper on him. You wiping his ass. When he's at an age where he can take care of himself. Everything he asks you to do, you do it. But when you ask him to do something, he don't do it. That's being disingenuous. That's being dishonorable. And as a parent, you have to face the music as well. Ecclesiasticus 30 and 9 again. Conquer thy child, right? Pamper thy child, indulge in thy child's bullshit. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. You know, he might go to prison. He might go to jail. He might end up on a stretcher in a hospital, in an ambulance. He might hurt somebody. Even you, making you afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. All right? Always kikiing, laughing about situations. You have to stand up. You have to be, you know, I don't want to say austere for a woman, but you know, if you got the gall to buck up against your husband, you better grab some balls when it comes to your children. You know? You better install some discipline. I'm gonna open up Ecclesiasticus, let me open it up. Chapter 30. And I'm gonna go down to, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to verse 8. And horse not broken becometh headstrong. All right? A child, when they're young, if you don't break them, if you don't discipline them, if you don't chastise them, if you don't correct them, if you don't whoop them, you make them headstrong. To the point when they get older, there's nothing you can tell them. Right? And a child left to himself will be willful. It's all about what they want to do. So parenting goes a long way. Correct parenting. And that's why the world is in the chaos it is right now, because since the 90s and the 2000s, parents have wanted to be friends with their children. So you got all these self-willed, you know, headstrong youngins out here that don't know two shits about life. So-called gonna do things their way. To their own demise. To their own detriment. Right? And I'm gonna jump down to verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. If he's doing something wrong, don't laugh at it. Don't wink at it. don't act like it didn't happen. Some form of discipline, some form of chastisement should and must be issued. If you got to take something away from them, lock them out the house, and whoever support his folly, you get on their asses too. This is about salvation, seeking your own soul salvation, and going by the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the only way to obtain that, whether you get it or not. And if you don't get it, what did the Lord say? Anyone without wisdom wisdom, pray for it. He that pray for it, the Lord give it him that knowledge and wisdom liberally, roughly paraphrasing. There's no excuse. Evidently, you're lacking in prayer, which means you're lacking in faith. If you have an issue where you don't feel like you're strong enough, you need to pray on those things. Verse 12. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. All right? Bow his neck down and whoop that ass. For some people, it might be too late, but you still might have a chance. These are the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We're not saying any of these things because we feel some kind of way or we think that we know it all. These are simple commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Simple. You know what a whooping is. And we was going over this last night at camp. If you don't chastise your children, you don't love them. If you don't correct your children, well, how it go? Dang, I can't think of it right now. And I got a couple of minutes to get to the damn plantation, so I ain't gonna be able to look it up right now. Oh, well, I'll use this one. 13. Chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. Make your son work. Make your son work. Make sure he got some work. And we ain't talking about no street bullshit. Make sure he holding down a job, keeping a job. That's his duty, to know what a man is, so he can take care of himself, so he do what's right in the eyes of the Lord. The same thing that's going to save him. Other than that, you don't love your son. You don't love your children. And it's serious. It's gravely serious. And I'm going to end it off in Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 2 is a recap of Exodus chapter 20. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou may live long on the earth. And all your parents, they want to keep you out of jail. They want to keep you from being, in the world they call it tested, being tried and tested by man. Because man ain't gonna have no grief for you. Man ain't gonna take it easy on you like your parents is. If they some PAP parents, y'all know what PAP is, right? Punk ass parents. The world ain't gonna take it easy on you. All right, they're gonna come for you. They're gonna get everything they can out of you. Everything. And that could also lead to your spirit. You'll be back in the spirit world before you know it, wondering what you did wrong, being headstrong, caught in your folly. Repenting is a part of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and honoring your mother, your father is a part of those commandments. That's all I gotta say. You know. With that, I hope this lesson is edifying to whomever may hear it. Which this is mainly dedicated to young men and women, you know, that's over the age of 12. You know, we don't care about Esau's laws and stuff like that. Talking about 18 years old makes you a man or a woman. Nah. At 12 years old, you understand the difference between right and wrong. You understand what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Especially if you constantly getting told over and over again what it is. With that, let's give all praise, glory, and honor again to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kwakadash, double honor to our elders and apostles of the great millstone. Until next time, Kwam Yasharala, and Wah Ba Ba Ba.